Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is Captain of Industry, a game in which we're trying to settle on this island and we have arrived at needing copper. Copper is going to be the focus today, probably. I'm saying that knowing very well that we have other things that will pop up here. We will start trying to increase our production of all things that we care about. They're all important. But for right now, we have to make sure that we keep all of our people in our city happy enough. So I turned off the beacon for now. However, we really only have a handful of workers left because we need 8 per this thing. And then if we expand out to 2 more of these, okay, these are really cheap. So we're now down to 12 workers used for this setup. But then we need all these assembly halls because we need to turn electronics out if we can. And those require just 4. So honestly, the number of workers that I have right now is really not that bad if we expand the way that I'm expecting us to expand out here, which is good. All of those are good things. Also, the conveyor belts are kind of coming together, so all of those things are good for now. So let's build our mine tower. I've been trying to keep the mine tower pretty much on flat ground, hoping that that means I don't have to worry about collapsing mines or anything like that. But let's see how this works out. Mining designation, let's look at L. Where do we have thick mine properties? Let's go. No, I want to go to lower level. There we go. Really just want to level this out, and then I would like to go into the heavy storage of the mine for now. That looks good. If you don't expand out into these areas, there's a non-zero chance, also outside the mining designation, obviously. If you don't expand to some of these areas, there is a non-zero chance that this is fine. It's just like about outside the lines. There's a non-zero chance that stuff eventually stops working because a truck may have dug up something that it was supposed to, but it couldn't actually go to the last piece of thing that you wanted from it. Therefore, everything is broken. That happens. So be aware of that. But we have that one coming in here because it's ore. They probably have to go through the sorter again. The sorter, I'm sure, would love it if we have our actual next production line out here. So let's make that actually happen. We're going to make that happen a little faster than usual, hopefully. I still don't have a copy tool because we haven't fully expanded into that yet. But let's get a couple things moving. A fuel station is the next thing. That's actually perfect timing for what I'm trying to do here. Oh, but this one is not good. If our concrete slab production is not going in the right direction, that is telling me that something here is not getting the thing that they need. Yeah, we're only producing 12. Okay. How much do we need to do our construction parts? Not that one. This one, obviously. 12. So 2 of these were fine. With the third one that I now added, because last time what I did, this is actually no longer enough production-wise. Interesting. We do have the conveyors now to give us what I need, the flat conveyor. The problem is it requires construction part 2s. So that's not super helpful. So if I sort another product and make this... Oh, I can't do the same product either. That's annoying. This one is full. But if I don't, I can move this, obviously. That is allowed. The thing where that scares me just a tiny bit, what is that? Oh, coal or crushed sandstone? No, limestone? Limestone, that's the word. Yes. So I could put a split in here, but right now we're just not producing enough of this. So I have to put a split. I have to do something in this area that hopefully kind of works out still for what we want to do, which really only translates to, and this should be fast because I have more than enough construction materials to actually get this started right now, moving 2 kilns out here. And when I have enough materials, this one gonna be good? Yeah. When I have enough material, whoa, my computer goes a little faster than I wanted it to. FRR, there we go, the water's right next to each other. Care more about the conveyor belts coming to the same side, and then the storages that I would like to place here are also on the same side. Let's see, if I plop you there, can you go right next to you? Yeah, that's fine. They can't be combined, but I'm okay with that. And what I will do is really just turn all of this off. We have some concrete slabs sitting around, not a lot, honestly, so you should keep this one running. And then just turn it off when the time is right in a couple seconds once they build these things, because that's going to happen. Either way, that is concrete, and there's a non-zero chance that trucks will actually be able to pick up from over here and bring stuff to these new kilns, and things will still move? Maybe? There's a small chance that they can't. Oh, I see a problem. Do you see the problem? I see the problem. The problem is that there's no smokestack in these guys right now. We can help with that. Smokestack 1, smokestack 2. They're not very expensive, so I'm okay with this. And obviously everything kind of fits in right where I wanted it to. However, oh no, they did get some limestone, just not a ton of limestone. And another problem is that we don't have a dedicated truck effectively driving these around, so not having a conveyor belt here is a big hindrance, but it should be okay for now. I'm going to turn one of these off just for the time being, just because of I don't want a truck to just park here if it's not absolutely necessary or required. But we have all the materials that we want. They just apparently don't make it to this guy. I'm so surprised that it has 11 units of crushed limestone though. But, okay, that's fine. It is what it is. There's a little bit of room here. Yeah, we need the conveyor belts. Okay, let's get on the conveyor belts. That's the thing that we actually wanted to do today. Here's our recipe. We don't have an excavator yet. Got it. Okay, built the excavator first. Okay, on it. At least 1 and then 2 of these. Then there was something wrong here. Plants needs to be assigned with products to sort. Yes, working on it. If I tell you that you will have copper ore, some dirt, and some rock, you may be okay. All right, and then we just start building the blast furnace out here. Okay, let's do that. Trucks, how you doing? You're doing okay for now. Very good. Blast furnace will turn that copper into something useful. I like the idea of being able to get here, but you may see the problem that we can't really get to the next connection there. So I do have to, we need these conveyor belts. We absolutely need them, and we needed them yesterday. So let's get on them now. FRR to have the output the way that I had before, so we can put our unit storage in between. Very good. Transport is the molten channel. Am I overbuilding yet? I feel the answer to that question is no. I don't think I'm overbuilding yet. But maybe I'm feeling, maybe my feelings are wrong. not that my feelings are small or hurt, but my feelings are wrong. I would like to, sure, you can produce anything you want. Honestly, no. I want you really just to produce the other one, so I don't want anyone to bring stupid stuff out here that we don't actually want to produce anymore. Excavator? Yep. 2 trucks, please. Very good. Okay, so that will spit out copper. Good. Simple. Super simple. There's a gas station now available, so do we have that available here? Yes, we do. I have that close to this. Yes, I don't mind that at all. Plop you there. Get me a liquid storage right next door. You will store diesel, and you will be about helpful if under like 50% full should be fine. Should work. That should all work. You're not working yet because you have this, but you don't have any copper yet. It's going to take a couple minutes before you can get into the copper, because I had a little bit of area in the front to scrape off the overburden, as they say in mining. Cool. So we can wait for that to actually happen, and then we do need an assembly unit. And there's assembly 2 is just a little faster. It costs some things that we don't really have yet, so we can't really take advantage of anything there yet. But how many of these do you actually want? I need mechanical parts. Is this why you're here? Mechanical parts for maintenance? Yes, because your maintenance is going down. Okay. Copper is important for... oh, no. Electronics. Electrical parts. Yes, that is the word that I wanted. Where do I produce them? I feel like they're not where I think they were, because these two clearly aren't being produced here. Both assembly units build the same thing. Where do the electronics come from? Research. Talk to me. Research says that we can construction this one. It's clearly there. Okay, why is it not in here? I don't see it. I very much don't know. Ooh. It's down there. Yeah. Okay, well, you also have to produce rubber. You have rubber available yet? I don't know, but there's some oil out here that I may be able to just use that instead of going to the other side. Maybe that's going to be good, but I want to build something with electronics, and am I now in the right place? Yes. So copper and rubber is the thing that I actually want out of this area. And how much do we want? We want 4 copper plates. We're going to get a lot of those. So honestly, we can probably get 2 or 3 of these. If you turn them around, you may even get the correct area of these guys. I don't want to overbuild them, because that's always the problem that I run into. But we can at least get started with these. For now, talk to you, tell you that I want this out of here, and this out of here, and now we're going to get some electronics. Fuel, are you happening yet? No, and you are going to... this. We need golden construction parts, but at least we have some fuel here, so that kind of counts for what I wanted that fuel station to do anyways down the road. Okay. Do we not have a truck out here? No, we do have a truck. We just don't have any copper yet that anyone can actually move around here. And that makes sense. Smokestack is here. Slag is here. Everything should be able to be transported to wherever it's supposed to be going. So that should be fine. And these guys can store electronics. Great. Store electronics. Cool. So, copper, done. Esk. It's doing a thing. Cool. What is the next thing? Rubber. Rubber is the next thing. So if I look at research, which is not R, because R will be silly. If I look at research, where is rubber coming in? We don't have it there. We don't have it here. Is there a search button here somewhere? No, down there. Rubber. Rub. Assembly one. No, it's like rubber is there. Yeah, that's not the thing that I'm looking for. Where, okay, synthetic rubbers. Great. We have researched that, which means if I go down to oil, if I go to waste, if I go to production, if I go here, if I go there, if I go there. Who has rubber production? It's not this guy. Okay. Basic distiller does not have it either. Great. Groundwater pump research is done. That's exciting. Shipyard is done. That's also exciting. Waste separation. No. Where's the thing? It's the rubber maker. Of course. Why wouldn't I? Where are you? Rubber maker, where are you? You should be in one of the assembly halls at least. You're not here. 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 Oh, I don't like this. Okay, I would count this almost as a bug because you saw what just happened, right? It's going to the first default selection, which in my mind should just be the most left selection that you can get to because the rubber maker is right here. And that doesn't feel surprising. It does take fuel, which makes me think I shouldn't set up a new production for this. I should just go down here, let it produce whatever it wants to produce. With sulfur, it will produce just... Is that sulfur? Yeah, it is sulfur. With sulfur, it produces just rubber, and without it, it takes some coal and makes some wastewater, which is exciting because we already have a wastewater connection down here, which is good. Those are good things. Let's see, if I turn you this way, we can get an easy connection into that via pipe. sulfur and coal can come in on that side, and we can get an easy connection to the other pipe. Wonderful. Cool. So not storage, transport, obviously. Fuel goes there. Waste, nope, try again. Waste pipe goes there. And it's just obviously normal toxic waste. Nothing exciting there. And rubber will go into here. Cool. And then coal gets there from wherever they feel like they want to bring it to. But this is the recipe that I have for right now. Excellent. So more rubber coming in. Cool. Now what? You have electronics being produced all the way out here. You are not connected there, but that's okay. Oh, because I had the conveyor belts connection thingies kind of moving there. Are you guys almost done with this? Do I need an extra excavator coming in here so you can figure out what I actually wanted you to do? Layers. Okay, you could just cancel some of these layers and then they would get into the area that you actually want them to work on a little faster. Okay. Red that. Red this. And then just go underground a little quicker. Cool. That should convince them. Hey, I just told you not to worry about this one. That's alright. I don't mind watching them dig up a little bit more dirt. I would totally do it if I would drive the excavator right here. I get it, buddy. Yes. So they're doing what they're supposed to do. No golden construction pieces yet. Got it. That's probably the next thing. Okay, so assembly. If you want golden construction parts, you need the electronics that we had and this one. If I just go purely by amount of stuff, then construction parts is twice as many as electronics, which means we're just gonna have trucks drive everything all the way down here. Did I hear you say trains? Yes. That's hopefully exactly what trains are for. Go harvest more of all of this, please. I don't mind if we just get rid of that. Cool. Yeah, wood is going down a little bit. Concrete is going the right direction. This one's going the right direction. Is this one actually getting turned on? Yes, limestone is getting turned on by trucks every once in a while. Once I have conveyors, that will be easier, but I can't have conveyors before I have all of this stuff set up and ready to go. So assembly over here. Same idea as before. Yes, I'm kind of excited now for not conveyors, but for trains, because they are clearly a symptom. No, they're clearly a solution of something I'm trying to do right now. How many do I want? I think I want two assemblies. The number of workers available. Okay, I read this wrong earlier. I was like, wait, this is not right. That doesn't read right anymore. But we have about 100 workers available to do whatever we want them to do relatively soon. And all I want these guys to do is build this and build this. It would be helpful if I have a local storage for the units that I will actually require for this stuff, but they have to feed into this situation. So I'm putting it out to the side just a little bit, and you will be for the electronics that we just talked about. And then once I have conveyors, I will just feed into there. I have no idea how I'm going to load and unload the trains. My hope... Oh, food is going down. Okay, food is going down. Let's fix that. You have some out. Okay, advanced concrete. So we don't have the watering food yet. That's all right. I'm not totally offended by that. FRR, there we go. Just get a second food farm in, because we want to make sure that the things that are red are not really red, if you know what I mean. So we'll just see how that works. But first golden construction parts are coming out. Perfect. So what are you going to build first? Automate as much as you can, because every trip that you can avoid having a truck do is a trip worth saving. Okay, so what you really want is a bunch of things. And you're not maxing out anything over here, which is still wild to me. We're fine. We're not overdoing this. I'm pretty sure I'm not really overdoing anything out here. And we're actually producing some copper, impure copper, but it's copper nonetheless. We are producing some electronics on both sides here. These guys are at least running. That's what I want. And they are taking 4 units of copper every 60 seconds, which we get 12. So in reality, both of these are enough for one of these, so we can double this when we are running low on copper, and right now obviously there's not much happening there. The white construction parts are running out though. You know why? Because the golden construction parts are clearly sitting right behind it, and they are greedy. They are greedy little assembly halls. That's what I meant to say, obviously. I don't know where you were trying to go with this, but that's what I was trying to say. So yeah, 24 units of that stuff. Let's start moving a couple things around then. I definitely would like this to be concrete slabs then. Let's do our demolishing of that and that. I'm assuming trucks will just show up and do the thing. Do I like or dislike the way that things get disassembled? It's simple enough. You still treat everything as a resource. Resources don't just disappear into thin air. They go on trucks to get moved around. And then for that warehouse to actually get demolished, it has to be emptied first. All of those things feel very reasonably good. Let's go with that. So yeah, I don't think that's not really a problem. The thing that I find interesting is I would have thought that I really needed an in-between, like a buffer storage here, but this thing has 240 units of limestone sitting there. We only require 18 per round, and this one stores 40, so we have 320 units of limestone. This loose storage, if I add another 200 units on top of that, is not going to make a real difference, so I'm pretty okay with not doing anything with that, and dirt stays empty, which is great. Okay, conveyor belts here, and you have to start somewhere. That's the wrong one. You need the U-shaped conveyor, obviously, because this is an aggregate unit, or aggregate material, is what it's called. Do you mind going here, then here, then here? Actually, let's do the two outside ones, because then whatever I need to, I can put in the middle relatively easy. Unless this is going to cause trouble with the trucks. Give it a minute. I would like to see if it is causing trouble with the trucks. I hope it isn't, but I never really know. They still just have to get the coal in, but I think the trucks just have to be in vicinity of the inputs and outputs for any of this to work. So let's just see what happens. But okay, some limestone got delivered there. No, I want more. What do I need? I just need 2 golden construction pieces. Great. Built. All right, there's conveyor, 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 conveyor. It's doing the thing. That's all I wanted it to do. We could put coal next to this, and then, well, I should. We have to start somewhere, and honestly, right now, this is more a question of how far away everything is than anything else. So, this is the furthest away thing that I have. So I would like to just take care of that right now. This is not quite what I remembered wanting to do, but I like what it's doing. So that's good. Make this coal. Thank you very much. Cool. So concrete should be taken care of, and if we want to, we can expand it relatively easy peasy, although this one is a little bit in the way, and I think we're already here, so we may as well take care of this right now. As well. Water pipes are nice and easy. Excuse me. You don't want this connection, do you? Fine. It doesn't like the double hook. Wants a single hook. Cool. But this should now be fully automated and get into their own thing with all the right conveyors and everything else once these guys actually show up and do the things that I want them to do, which is white construction parts. How many white construction parts do you actually require? The answer to that may not surprise you, because the answer is more. Clearly more. What did we say? We had 9. No, this is 9 and then 13.5, and then this one is doing 7.5. We're at 20.5 really units being consumed out of 24, so there's not enough for one more of these, so we do have to expand this setup now. Otherwise that's not going to work. Also, this guy can totally be demolished because I don't want to get rid of all my wood. I would like to get rid of, well, just that thing in general. So let's get rid of that thing in general because it's really not needed anymore. We have enough coal, is what I'm saying. This coal storage is full. And then, yeah, let's expand to one direction. The thing that you put here, where you thought you were clever, it's really not very clever. So let's move that somewhere else. I don't know where exactly that is yet, but it has to go. Sure, let's put it right here. It's not going to be in the way. Collision with storage. Okay, got it. It shouldn't be in the way, so we might as well just put it here and see what happens. Because these guys are probably just eating up all the electronics that we can deliver down here. Good. So far, doing what you're supposed to do. Do I really need to get more white construction parts? Yes, I'm pretty sure I do. So that's what we're gonna do. Do you have a groundwater pump, don't you? I think I have a groundwater pump. Water? Yes, you do have a groundwater pump. How about you use that to get a little bit more water out of here, because I think you're gonna need it relatively soon. I realize that that is complete distraction from what I was actually trying to do, but trust me, water is going to become important relatively soon, so it's going to just give them 3 storages here and we'll see what happens. Groundwater pump does require power, which we still have enough, luckily. Okay, that's fine. The bigger concrete maker, we'll worry about that one down the road. For right now, this is what we're going to do. Yeah, I can't copy this. All right. Are you just going to do the copy thing right now so you don't have to worry about all the stuff all the time? Yes, yes, I am. Add to queue. Currently, you're number 3 in queue. That's not what I see. Irrigated farms. You are important to me, but not important enough. Hold on. I thought I clicked this button already. There you go. Now it's doing the thing. You go away, you go away. Well, you'll get researched, I suppose. Settlement water probably is important too down the road. Advanced logistics control, sure. Conveyor lifts, that's new. And then looks like tools is almost pretty much done. Okay, so yeah, I can expand this. I can get some more construction part 1s, which will be exciting. These guys are producing as much as they can, and the conveyor belts are full. There's nothing wrong with that. Conveyor belts do require power, I believe. We currently don't have any concrete slabs sitting here, but this is not fully automated besides bring in the concrete parts somewhere else. Copy is ready. Yeah, that was... there was no reason to have it sitting that long, but that's fine. All I really wanted is this. No. All I really wanted was most of everything that you see right here, minus like the third, minus the bottom row. Okay, I think it's fine. I think you can just go here and call it a win. Why does it look like it's so out of whack though? This one is good, but you don't need one of those connections. Just turn it into more white construction parts. Okay, fine. Fair enough. We'll plop that one in there. That gets all the connections that it needs. And at this point, it's probably time that we hook this one up to conveyors as well. So let's do that while this stuff happens. And I do understand that it's going to take a long, long time before all of these things are built if I keep constructing the golden construction parts on the side. But we'll be fine, right? Here. I will help myself by turn off one of these. We can upgrade these guys. That's exciting. I will turn off one of the golden construction parts just so I can get all of these things ready to go. Something that will be interesting is if I would have done the research or have the understanding of this is how you should set up things, because that makes it easier to hook up trains later on. Yeah, that would have been a lot easier, but we're simply not there now. So that's where we are, which is not there, which is totally fine. So here's what we're doing with these guys. These are golden construction pieces, which we hopefully have enough of. Sure. This way you want to go? I don't see a reason why not. It's fine. Okay. And you go there. Great. You did it. I'm so proud of you. That truck better not get stuck in here. That'd be very annoying. Yeah, you're like, I don't know where to go, so I have to go this. Then you can go. Okay, great. And then U-shaped conveyor can go here. and there, and nobody else gets stuck, please, and thank you. Okay, that's the conveyors. Easy enough. We do have wood that we would like to have somewhere else delivered, but if there's one truck specifically designated to transport stuff over here, it doesn't feel like the end of the world, so we're gonna keep it the way it was. And then we need some flat conveyors to do all the stuff over here. So we have iron. Oh, that's right. The curiosity, the question here becomes, how are you going to set this up? Because, well, do you just want to feed into this side and then this side into this side and everything is relatively independent of each other? Or do you want to feed everything into a ginormous collection of something? I don't know the answer to that. I think I've tried both before, and it's probably sometimes easier for especially these in-between storages, just these buffer ones sitting right here, to just set up the most basic way possible, which means do not feed everything into a collection zone over here and then feed that one back into all the industries. But I may regret saying that, so maybe I should do it the other way. It's just hard to say. We can also just feed everything into the same conveyor and then have that conveyor turn around. The problem with that is that if I want to bring in wood and the third material, which is, gosh, we need concrete. There's so many we have to pick here. We can have concrete slabs, we can have electronics, we can have no, okay, we don't have this. So we can have iron, wood, or concrete. Got it. One of them has mechanical parts and electronics. One of them has rubber and copper. So I think this one may just turn into a white or general construction material parts. And we have to find another one that can start producing the other pieces. But right now, I would like to get out of the slump of white construction parts though. So how about we get started on just enabling that before the day is over. So that one, because this guy is here, I think I need three spaces for conveyors to be able to get through all of this. That truck, if you could get out of here, please, that would be super. Yeah, drive. Just get out of here. Dude, that's fine. And then that one can go there. We could probably do the same thing on the other side, but before I go bananas on that, how about you just figure out what you're going to do with the wood storage, because that can still go right here. Doesn't have to be crazy far away, because the conveyors can actually stack really nicely. Also something that I don't think any other game has done before. No, I want up. I want up. There we go. Something like this. So if I do wood there, would you do wood here? And would you do wood here? Come on, give me the last piece. Thank you. That's fine. So now we have wood and that part. We still need the concrete pieces, and I guess we put them right over here. My hope is, if I do set this up correctly, that I can at least do the 2 extra storages and expand them to the other zone as well. And there you have it. It's already wrong because I needed to go 4 away, not just 3, for this to work in the first place. So that's super exciting. All right, what are you gonna do with this? Yeah, you can't get out of there. That's what that translates as. Cool, great. Wonderful. So conveyor belts have to be 4 away, not 3. Cool. Well, I will see you back in a minute. Thanks for watching. Yeah, conveyor mayhem is commencing. We will see how things go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.